I hope you're having an amazing day. It's crazy because I literally haven't filmed in like a week or two just because a lot of the videos you guys have been watching are pre-filmed and I was just super ahead last week and a couple weeks ago. So I'm filming again, which is crazy. So I did want to let you guys know what I have on my lips. Today I'm wearing the Too Faced Melted Matte in Lady Balls, and I believe I did mention this in one of my recent tag videos. I believe it was a beautiful Christmas tag. I mentioned this one being like a orangey base red, and it's really beautiful. I really wanted to wear it today, so here it is. This is how it looks on, and I really love it. I did want to share with you guys because today is Friday, and I wanted to share with you guys what one of the students got for me. Today's the last day and our vacation has begun, and she got me this cute like set of eyeshadows. And you guys know that I do finds on my Instagram, so I believe I saw this at Target. I don't know, maybe she bought it somewhere else, but you know I'm gonna have to film a video on this because look at this, it's huge. This is how it looks on the inside, so that's gonna be fun. We're gonna film that. Oh, maybe I could use that for my not so makeup-y voiceover or for something else. I don't know, we'll see. And I also got a cute little candy cane thing with like this little like feather hairs on it, and this is like the trolley sour candy thing. And then the teacher that I work with actually gave me a candle, and fun fact is that I actually have one candle and I don't light it just because, between you and me, I'm a little scared to use like matches or like those little, what are they called, those little like with the fire. I don't know why, but this one smells really good. This is by like Chandel, and it's in the smell Waterfall, and it's just really cute. I love to smell candles when we go to the store and stuff, but for some reason like to buy them and actually use them, no, I never do it. Anyway, let's get to the point, which is today's video. And today we're talking about makeup for beginners, the easy makeup tips and tricks. And this is super impromptu. Today, as I mentioned, was my last day of work and stuff, so I've had this written down in my notebook for a while, because sometimes you get motivated to write stuff down, like video ideas and stuff, and then it just never came true. I just never filmed it. So let's get started. I'll be looking down because this is where I have all my notes, as I mentioned in my new little book. So I do want to mention that all of these tips and tricks are from my own experiences that I've had for let's say 7 years. I've been doing makeup for 7 years, and for my mantra I wrote, you do not need to spend a lot to feel beautiful, and I definitely agree with that because it's my mantra. I wrote it down a couple months ago, but yes, you do not need to spend money to look beautiful or to feel beautiful. You don't even need makeup to feel beautiful, but yeah, that's like my whole thing. Like, I love saving money now. Before I completely different. I used to just spend whatever on whatever I wanted, but now I'm seeing the value of makeup, and I'm actually seeing how long it takes to use up makeup, which is discouraging me from buying a lot because I'm not gonna get to use it all. And it's a lot of fun to use up your products. If you haven't done it, I definitely recommend you do because it just makes you feel good. Like, it's my money's worth right there. Okay, so when it comes to makeup, everyone has their own makeup style. For one person, it could be like just what I'm wearing today. This could be like their usual makeup like every single day of their life, and then they're okay with it. Whereas there's other moments where people like wear a lot of eyeshadow, like I do. I have different phases that I go through. This is like I woke up late and just throw on something look. And yeah, so makeup style is completely different for every single person because everyone has different preferences and everyone is unique in their own way, and they all have different ways of doing things. So yeah, and with that, I do want to add in here, like, don't judge people. Like, I know sometimes we fall into like those moments where you're like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? But everyone has their own makeup style. Like, maybe that's the way they love their makeup. So I just want to say, don't judge, because we all started somewhere, and maybe they like their makeup like that. Just spread positivity. And the next thing that I put is there's no rules. There is no rules to makeup. Like, there's certain directions as to how to apply them, but you don't have to do it. Let's say you have like a lip liner and that's red, like the one that I wore today. under this liquid lipstick, and I want to wear it as a eyeliner. Of course, check the ingredients and make sure that they're not harmful to your eyes or whatever. But you know, you could use it as an eyeliner. You could use liquid lipsticks as an eyeliner. Like, you don't really have to use things the way that they're intended for, unless they specifically say like don't use on your eye or whatever. Then you know, but there is no rules to makeup. You create your own. Next thing is, don't be so hard on yourself. Like I said, everybody starts somewhere, and if you feel like somebody's making fun of you, or if someone says some snarky comment about your makeup, just know, you know, be confident enough to be like, you know what, that's the way I do my makeup and I'm okay with it. Or, you know, maybe I could let off on the crazy I don't even know what would be crazy. Maybe like, I mean, I wear smoky eyes to work, so I don't know what would be crazy, but you know, just don't be so hard on yourself, because everyone starts somewhere. So don't be mad that you're not like doing cut creases on your first day doing makeup, because you know, it takes hard work, takes practice, just like everything else in life. And the next thing is that makeup can actually be a creative outlet for a lot of people. You can let it like build your confidence, or you could let it break it down, whereas like some people use it to cover up their insecurities. And I like to use makeup as a creative outlet, because you know, my face is my canvas. So yeah, and I just have fun with it. You just put stuff where you want to put them. If you want to add a little luminosity to your skin, you can do that. If you want to make it matte, you can do that. It's just like you have creative freedom over your own face and what you want on it, and that's amazing. Okay, so the 5 items that I like to recommend to you if you are a new makeup wear. Number 1, I would say, is mascara. Number 2, a brow mascara. 3, a lipstick or liquid lipstick, whatever you feel great in. Like, some people really love the moisture that lipsticks create. Or, you know, there's matte lipsticks, the bullet lipsticks, there's liquid lipsticks. There's like so many types of lipsticks out there. There's lip glosses. If you only like a gloss, that's also amazing. Maybe some lip gloss and a little bit of mascara would also be great to start off with. I would say number 4, foundation. Just because, well, at least for me, I feel like that's important. That was important for me, because I feel like foundation just creates this like clear canvas of everything, and it just looks really, I love putting on foundation. And then for foundation, try different shades and research so you're close. I used to do research like on Hush, for example, where I would not purchase foundations. And I just recently started purchasing my own foundations, like drugstore ones, because you know, the high-end ones, at least they color match you, but even then sometimes the color matches can be off. So you know, I just got whatever was closer, and that's how you learn, because then you receive it, and then if it's too light or whatever, you don't like how it looks on your skin, now you know, and you can go and purchase the next shade up and so on. Or if you get it too dark, you could go and purchase the one shade down. So it's a lot about, it's practice. You know, you're never gonna get it right on the first try, and it's okay not to get your foundation shade right the first time or every single time that you buy foundation. I feel like there's no foundation that's gonna be exactly your skin color. I mean, I'm sure there's colors that come really close, because in the beginning, you know, some foundations are going to be too orangey, some foundations are going to be too light, some foundations are going to be too dark. The amazing thing about now is that there's foundations that are actually like to correct your foundation. So let's say like a white foundation, if you apply a couple drops, then it lightens it. There's also like the darkening drops and stuff. So it's amazing what you can do and what you can buy now to fix that, in order to use the foundations that you already bought that don't really match you that well. So yeah, in case you didn't know that, those do exist, so if you want to purchase those. So when it comes to eyeshadow, what's amazing is that when you're a beginner, you know, I'm sure you look at people's eyeshadow, and some are like super creative with different kind of shades on the lid. Some of them are as simple as like 3 shades on the lid using one brush, and that's something that I do. I get a lot of comments and like people at work and stuff that ask me like, how do I do it? Because it's sometimes, you know, like 3 shades on the lid can make such a difference. And honestly, sometimes I use the same brush, maybe 2 brushes, and it looks super like like I put a lot of work into it when I didn't. And usually it's just like 10 minutes before work, and I'm just throwing stuff on. So you know, it's possible. It's not super complicated. It's actually really easy. The next thing is to have fun with it. Have fun with your eyeshadow. If you want to use colorful shades, do it. If you want to use like a light brown in the crease, do it. Do whatever feels right for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You know, whatever, you know, just do you. Like, don't let people influence you into using color or because you're too boring, blah blah blah. I use color, and I also like, I switch it up. I do like really every easy everyday looks as well as super colorful looks. So, you know, feel free to switch it up sometimes if you want. If you don't want to, then it's okay. Just do you. If you like color, if not, like sometimes I want to do like colorful eyes, and but I also want a colorful lip. Sometimes people do colorful lip with a colorful eye, and it's just like all about your own preference. Like for me, sometimes I'd rather wear like a colorful lip and just leave the eyes neutral. That way the lip stands out. It just depends on your personal preference, what you're feeling that day, what you're wearing, where you're going. Yeah, so just have fun with it. The next thing is that actually when it comes to eyeshadow, there's always gonna be that one day where you try something new. Let's say like it happened to me yesterday. I tried a new Stila Magnificent Metals thing that I bought at TJ Maxx, and then I also used a palette that I haven't used in a while. And just the look that I created was okay, but it wasn't that amazing actually. And you know, it's hard not to feel bad when your eyeshadow comes out not the way you want it. But then again, it's like at the end of the day, it's just makeup, it's just eyeshadow. It's not permanent. Just wipe it off at the end of the day. If you don't like it in the moment, wipe it off and start over. So don't ever like beat yourself up over doing a look that you don't really like, because it's just makeup. Not complicated. Wipe it off and try again. It's that easy. The next point that I wanted to talk about eyeshadows is that a lot of drugstore eyeshadows are actually really amazing. For example, today I used my Soda Pop by Maybelline palette, and that one was a gift, but they sell it at CVS, they sell it at Walgreens, other drugstores, and it's really, 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 really good. And what's crazy is that a lot of times, maybe 9 out of 10 times, palettes from the drugstore are actually better quality than high-end shadows. It's all about, you know, doing research and watching videos and just trying them out yourself as well. I would say like, yeah, watch videos on actual eyeshadows and watch people that you actually trust, because a lot of people will tell you one thing and it's not true. Trust me, I've been there, done that. You don't need to spend a lot to get great quality shadows. Next point is that colorful eyeshadow looks are not as scary as they look and as they seem. Because that's what I used to think. Like for some reason, it took me a while to dive into color, and then just one day I did it, and I haven't looked back since. Like I do colorful looks, I do neutral looks. I don't really care. It depends on my preference, how I'm feeling that day, that week, or whatever, where I'm going, who I'm seeing, who I'm talking to. So yeah, it's not as scary as you think. Just dive into it one day when you're home alone and you're not gonna go anywhere, just in case, you know, it doesn't come out the way you want it. It's all about practice. Next thing is that cut creases are not as hard as they seem. And this is something that I actually had to learn, because I saw so many people doing cut creases, and I was like, okay, like that looks really, really hard. And it's crazy because cut creases look so great and they look like they took so much time. But in reality, it literally took like 5 minutes or 4, maybe 3 to do. Like it's super easy. And maybe one day I'll do like a how to cut crease for beginners or something, if you guys want to watch that. It's just super easy, and yeah, like try it. They're also a little overrated. I feel like when I do have a cut crease going on in pictures, they look amazing, but then in real life I feel like they don't look that great. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions on that. Okay, next category we're going into is eyebrows. And for this, oh my god, this is something that everyone will have a different preference on. I do use a brow pencil by Ebin New York, and actually line the top and then line the bottom, fill in, and then just spoolie out. And I feel like my eyebrows are okay. I don't think anyone's ever really satisfied with their eyebrows. Everyone has such a different preference for their brows. Some people like them thin, other people like them super bushy. There was a time where bushy eyebrows were a thing. I feel like, I mean, whatever. Like, I feel like they're okay. I'm okay with my eyebrows looking like this. I would say if you're a beginner, just use like a brow mascara just to fill in some gaps or whatever and have them stay in place. And what I wanted to add is that I actually do wax my eyebrows. I haven't gone in such a while, like a long time, just because the one where I go, it's always packed, so it's annoying. So I don't go, but I've been you know, shaping my own brows. I would say if you've never gone to get a wax, maybe go once just to get a shape out of them. And that way when you pluck, it's like you already have a shape, so you know where you're plucking. And then as for like the brow pencils, there's different shapes of the pencil. There's oval shapes, there's a teardrop shape, there's thin pencils. I'm not really into those. I've been contemplating, you know, buying one, but the thin pencils I feel like come with less product in them, so I haven't really jumped into that bandwagon. But there's also like the advanced brow pencils. For example, there's like a liner style pen, which is like the one that Urban Decay just came out with not too long ago, and it's actually like a little, it looks like a eyeliner pencil, like a pen, like eyeliner pen, but it's for your brows, which I think is really interesting. It's just to make your brows look like there's a bunch of hairs on them, and you just kind of, you know, mimic your hairs. And then there's also pomade, which I haven't tried, but yeah, a lot of people make it work. I've never tried that one. And then as for prices for brow pencils, I would say it's the same thing as the eyeshadows. I mean, for brow pencil especially, I feel like drugstore is the way to go. Like, I don't feel like you should be buying, it's your decision, actually, it's your money, but I feel like for me it's better to buy drugstore brow pencils. For example, I used to have the LA Colors Browy Wowie, which was only like $2 or $2.99 or something. And whenever I run out, I just go buy it, and it's a little bit of money, and I'm not breaking the bank trying to get a brow pencil, because those do go pretty fast if you're doing your makeup every day. And then there's also the option to clean up your brows. I'm sure you guys have seen it, where you take concealer and you just like clean up the bottom just to make it more crisp, more put together. Sometimes people clean up the top. I used to do that, and I kind of stopped. I'm just cleaning up the bottom, and that's up to you, personal preference. If you feel like it's too Instagram-y, maybe don't clean them up. Once you get a hang of it, you don't even need to clean up. For me, I'm a little messy when it comes to my brows, and I just need to clean it up, or I'm gonna have like gray like right here, like brown right here. So for me, it's essential to clean up. So next we're going to the category of eyeliner, and for this I actually have a video. It's pretty short and sweet on how I do my own wing liner, which is like this. Not the best one today, but you know, my eyeliner's running out of ink. I'm trying to use them up. So I do have a video on that, so I'll have that linked down below if you're interested, and it's my how-to eyeliner. Next, we're going to the category of mascara and also false lashes. You know, of course, it depends on your preference as well. Everything does. If you like false lashes, if you like mascara, I'm a mascara person, and I do dabble in false lashes every once in a while. For me, I really love mascaras that provide length as well as volume. I want to mention when it comes to mascaras, the wand does matter. Some wands, you know, act a certain way, but also the formula matters. But sometimes if the wand is a certain way, then the formula will work great. It just depends on what your preference is. For me, for example, I really enjoy mascara wands with the hourglass shape. That's just my jam right there. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, L'Oreal Lash Paradise, what else? What's that one? Alter Ego, Tarte Alter Ego, I believe it's that one that has the hourglass shape. I really enjoy those, and those are my favorite like wands. But also think about it when it comes to the brand and what reviews you've heard, because for the Alter Ego mascara, I actually heard that it sucks, but it has a wand that I really enjoy. So you know, now I know, like, I'm not gonna buy it just because of the wand, because I heard that the formula on the inside of the tube does not work. Oh, for example, the ColourPop mascaras, they all have the hourglass wand, and spoiler alert, you guys are gonna be seeing that in an upcoming empties video, just because the thing sucks. Like, you guys will hear all about it in that video. That mascara sucked for me, and I just didn't like it. But it's an example. Like, sometimes mascaras will have a wand that you really enjoy, but the formula sucks. So just do your research when it comes to that, and explore to see what mascaras are your favorites. And I would say, like, if you see those little mascara kits and you're just starting out, I would say that's like an amazing thing that you should get. And if it's affordable, or if you can get your hands on it, then you have the opportunity to try out a bunch of mascaras and see which one's your more favorite one, and then go from there. And of course, the formulas I mentioned are really different. There's formulas that are super wet, and then there's formulas that are super dry, and then there's some that are in the middle, which are go on wet and then dry fast. So you know, depends on your preference, what you want your eyebrows, your eyelashes to look like. Super high up, voluminous and fluffy. Yeah. So as for the lasting times, a lot of mascara actually they last for about 6 months, I believe. But I hear a lot of people saying that their mascaras last 3 months. So I don't know. I keep mine for 6 months and then I toss. If not before that because they dry out too fast or whatever. Yeah, but do not keep them for like years and years. It's just not good for your eyes. And on rare occasions, some mascaras say that they last up to 12 months. For example, I believe it's a mascara. I don't know I'll put a picture of it. That one says that it lasts 12 months. So yeah, and it has a little picture on it. Let me just show you guys how it looks, because that's how you know how long any makeup product has, like the lifespan or shelf time. Once you open that product, that's how long it will last before it turns. Okay, so I do have a couple tips for mascaras. There are some high-end ones, but for mascara you will go through it pretty quick. Like I said, some of them last 6 months, 3 months, some 12, but usually high-end mascaras, I don't believe they last 12 months. So I would say I would go with drugstore mascaras just because you do go through them pretty fast. So my first tip for you when it comes to mascara is that the dollar mascaras do not always work. And I did say, I wrote down don't work, but you know, maybe there's some that do work, because I do have one by LA Colors, which was only $1 and I got it at Dollar Tree, which is actually pretty good. It's called the Drama Lash Mascara, I believe. And it's okay, like it's okay for like every day, like kind of it gives me a little bit of volume, a little bit of length. It's not the most amazing thing, but it does get the job done. So I would say just be careful when it comes to mascaras, because there's some, well, 9 out of 10 times the mascara sucks if it's $1. But in those rare occasions, there are some mascaras that work that are super cheap. So if you're starting out with mascara, you've never purchased one, I would say start off with a mini. That's how I told you guys to get the little like mini pack. I don't know if I said the word mini though. I think I just said mascara packs. But yeah, there's some packs that come with a bunch of like little mini mascaras. And I would say that's an amazing way to save money as well, because like I said, some of the little tubes actually last, mascara lasts for 6 months. So I believe a small one will last for 3 months. Or does it last the same amount? Who knows? I don't know. I'll insert the answer. But yeah, so I would say that's a great way to save money, and it's not like you're wasting the product, especially if you have a lot of mascaras open. And not to mention that little mascaras are so cute and cheap. Just to throw that in there. Cute and cheap. So I do want to tell you guys that mascara primer does exist, in case you guys, you guys are beginners. If you're watching this and you don't know, mascara primer does exist. For me, it doesn't work. Like it's just like, it's like a mascara if you've never seen one, and it will usually be white or white pink or like a light color, and you put it on your lashes, so now your lashes are white, and then you go over with a mascara of your choice, and it's supposed to add, who knows what it adds, I don't know. It's like a primer, so it's like you're priming your face, supposedly it makes your mascara last and it makes it go on better or whatever. So yeah, it does exist. For me, it just doesn't work. I feel like it's gimmicky. And also, if you are just not wanting to put mascara because, I don't know, you just don't want to, maybe you want to try out a brown mascara. I feel like brown mascara is definitely just more subtle. So yeah, if you want to try out brown mascara, it exists. There's so many mascara colors out there now, crazy colors, and black has always just been a traditional color, but brown is definitely a really nice one if you're just starting out. So on to the category of foundation. Again, I did mention this in the beginning of the video, but it is really important for you guys to remember that when it comes to foundation, it's okay not to get your perfect shade on the first try, because it's just something that everybody goes through. We all get the wrong shade. We all have that line here at one point of our lives, so don't beat yourself up over that. The great thing about now is that a lot of brands are actually being pressured into bringing out a bigger shade range when it comes to foundations and concealers, because of all the stuff. Like Fenty came out with such a big shade range that was crazy, and it kind of changed the beauty community and blah blah blah. And so a lot of brands are actually being pressured into doing that, because if they don't do it, then it's like, but you can do it, so why not do it? And you know, they get a lot of backlash. So thankfully a lot of brands are coming out with huge shade ranges of their foundations, so it's more likely that you will find the foundation that's great for your skin and matches you perfectly. So I did put for the next point that foundations, if you know your undertone, is easier to find. I don't know, like this is something that I'm not really educated in undertone wise. Like I don't know, I guess I don't know. Like I wish I knew, and I do want to do research on it, but when it comes to undertones, I have no idea. Not the video for you. I have no idea. I don't know. But supposedly if you know your undertone and blah blah blah, then you will most likely find the foundation that's perfect for your skin tone. Next step when it comes to foundation is, are you oily? Are you dry? Are you combo skin? A lot of people are combo skin, which is like maybe oily in the T-zone, boop boop, and dry on the outsides of your face. And then there's people who are just oily on the whole face. There's people that are dry on the whole face. So for me, I'm starting to believe that I'm actually combo, because I feel like when it comes to out here, I'm actually really not oily. When it comes out here, it's only my T-zone right here. So I would say that I'm combo skin. All this time I thought I was oily, but I don't think so. Either way, I still buy foundations that are for my skin type, which I thought was oily, and I really like having matte skin, even though sometimes, you know, at the end of the day I'm still a little oily. It's okay. So I purchase foundations that are matte because I'm just comfortable with matte foundations. People with dry skin would probably gravitate more towards the luminous foundations because their skin is so dry. So it depends on your skin. So for tips, I do have a tip for foundation, and that is to match foundations to your neck. I used to think that you had to match your foundation to your face, and no, honey, no. So I'm here to tell you, you have to match your foundation to your neck if you want to match, because the I don't know why I didn't know this, like it didn't click. So I used to look for foundations that were my skin type. My face is light, so a lot of times your face is going to be lighter than the rest of your body because you're always wearing foundation. I would say the tip is to match a foundation to your neck, and that's how I do it usually when I go to the store. I put it next to my neck. If there's a like tester or whatever, I get a little bit of the foundation, put it on my neck, and see if it matches. And that's how I do it, to try and get as close as possible to my skin tone. And for foundation, it's just a little hard when you're trying to purchase online. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It's a little hard. When Hush was around, that's where I used to purchase my foundations because they were super cheap. And it was a little difficult to try and guess my shade, but I would just purchase one, and if it was too light, I would go back, purchase a shade higher than that, whatever. That's just how you do it. You're never gonna get the perfect shade on the first try. And also, if you do go in store and you want a foundation, you can always ask, like for example, Sephora, Ulta, an associate to help you color match you, and they'll do it for free. So yeah, that's free for you. If you want to get color match and in the store, they'll do that for you. So the final category we're talking about today is going to be concealer. I would say the same rules apply to a foundation. They're a little similar. The only thing I would say is to get a shade that's like one shade higher than your foundation shade, just to brighten up the under eyes, because that's usually where your concealer will go. When it comes to concealer, I would say you don't really need a lot. I still am guilty of this. I still do it. I'm trying to make myself not do it, but I do want to use my concealer, so I do use a lot of it. And I mean, I'm here to tell you, you don't really need that much. The only really part that you're covering up is the little area right here. And you know, if you've been on YouTube for a while, you've seen like the whole like enchilada, like almost half the face like in concealer. You don't really need it, but you know, yeah. And the point of concealer is just to balance out your face. And usually what I do is I put some here, I put some in the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin, and then some on my under eyes. There is also, like foundation, there is light coverage. I forgot to mention that actually. When it comes to foundation and concealer, there are different types for your different skin types and different skin tones, but as well as different coverages. There's light coverage, there's medium, and there's full. There's natural, there's BB creams, there's all types of foundations and concealers. So it all depends on your skin. If you want to cover up more, you use full coverage. If you're okay with your skin but you just want a little bit of coverage, I would say medium or light. That would be great for you. It depends on, you know, your age, your fine lines and wrinkles, dark circles, etc. So everything comes down to color match, skin type, skin undertone, your personal preference, what you like, what you don't like, the research before the purchase, like YouTube videos or research online. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. Any videos that I mentioned today will be down below, as well as some videos that I uploaded last week. If you want to give those a watch, they're going to be down there in the description box below. Don't forget that I upload every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every other Sunday. If you could stick around, that would be amazing. I have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I post a lot of finds from drugstore to high-end. If you want to give those a look, then head over there. I'll have a link down below to that, as well as to my Twitter. If you want to follow me and support, that would be amazing. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.